Alrighty then, let's talk. 50 Cent baby mama Daphne Joy, I think her name is supposed to be, so people think she's allegedly Jane Doe in the Diddy case. And apparently she spent, I think, 15 days with Diddy. It's like 9 in the Turk and Caicos Coast, 6 in the Bahamas, and he paid her 10K to smash for 14 days. And I think DJ Academics was saying that's like the equivalent of $750 a day, you know? And, it's like basically, how do you have a baby with 50 Cent and you getting smashed for $750 a day? And, 50 tried to troll about it and hide the pain. But that's the real reason that he's bitter at Diddy, because he took his baby mama and put her on the blade. And check out the music entertainment playlist. Hit the real one-on-one playlist for more videos like this. And not more embarrassing than the ex a lot of times. The ex-woman, when they be saying, all this child support they get ain't enough of money, it's because how they live. It's how women spend money like they use toilet paper. They take all this toilet paper for a little bit of wipe and roll it, use half the roll for a little bit of wipe. And that's how they spend money. They just spend it Frugaless. So you'd be like, oh, how was she getting $10,000 in child support every month for 18 years and she broke? They don't establish structure what they spending. With women, you will see they got 1,000 pair of shoes and they ain't wore but 200 of them. They keep buying new curtains and they never change the old ones. They buy 1,000 bed sheets and spreads and sheets and they never use half of them. They just, that's why men and women belong together. You know what I'm saying? Because men provide that structure. We got to save and we can't do this right now. We got to save for the future. College, you got to pass the kids down stuff. We want to retire comfortably and go have, and be able to, women want to live in the now and later they cry. And that's what really 50 Cent really hurt behind, is that she had to turn to this dude to be a fucking sex worker just to make it. Just to make it. This is a woman that you chose to have your child. And she's embarrassing like this. And who knows what he paying her in child support. I don't know how the relationship dissolved. But I'm telling you, man, they don't care about their kids. They'd rather go bust down for $750 a day for the dude that's nasty, that bat on both sides of the plate, aka reading rainbow, then go get a fucking job. Think about that for a minute. Rather just than get a job, get a career, right? They'd rather go. But some women say, I'll take $750. So some women that listen to this or heard this story, I'll take that. Like, dog, they're dog. The vagabond mindset that they have is wild. And you didn't like bust down. Like, bro, and ain't no telling what he had her do, bro. Ain't no telling the nasty. Oh, we seen what this nasty nigga do. So 50 Cent really trying to hide the pain by trolling. Nigga, you hurt. You hurt. We all would be. For 10K, and that 10K was gone like that. He probably made her buy her own snacks, buy her own food with that 10K. And you want to know why Puffy going down for real, bro? Why Mr. Sean Combs going down? With all that money, his Frugaless is the reason why he going down. That's why. Being frugal is the reason he going down, bro. Had he paid these people a proper wage, I'm telling you, bro, Had he paid people and did right by people, he'd had double his net worth right now. But a lot of those guys, they get in that power position and they think they can continue to ham and do motherfuckers wrong and shit like that. They think they can legit keep doing that. And they think it's funny. And they think it's funny as hell. They think it's cute. But one day, every dog has his day, and not everybody telling their story because you was just a shitty individual. You a shitty individual, dog. And he going to jail. He paid a woman for sex to go out the country for sex. And she looked bad, but you know what? They gonna turn this into empowering. They gonna turn her into a victim and be prepared, 50 Cent. This your baby mama. Why she out here fucking for $750 a day? What happened with that? And 50 probably got a reasonable reason on why that is. I'm telling y'all, these women don't understand overhead when it comes to spending money. I can just use my vagina as a black card and get. But they don't understand when you sell yourself as a human. Let's just speak on a woman's perspective from this. When you sell your body, you will never be whole again. That's what they don't understand. When you a prostitute like that, a whore, a stripper, you will never be sane again. Y'all be like, why are these women so crazy and insane? They took too many dicks. They took too many dicks or they sold their body. You sold your soul. And then you want to try to be religious, man. God ain't giving you your soul back, bruh. You chose that, bruh. He forgives all, but you ain't getting that soul back once you sold it. And then they try to be wives and wonder why the marriage don't work or why they can't find a good marriage or a good relationship. They try to figure that out, man. You is the reason why the relationship can't be shit no more. You sold your soul. You sold what's the most precious, the most valuable thing that a woman got. Your soul and your body. You sold it. You sold it. You would never, and as a man, if you sell your ass or you sell your body as a man, you'll never be whole again, bro. So them type of people should just remain in the streets, remain single. It ain't no working on yourself to get back to sanity. Once you done it like multiple times, dog, it's over with, bro. It's finito. It's a wrap. So y'all, you be thinking that God can help you in that way. God can do anything through all power, but it's a wrap. I'm telling you, you better off getting a job. You better off staying under your baby daddy's, your husband leadership, and doing it the right way. Anytime you cut them corners, you're gonna regret it every time. So a lot of these men and women selling their soul in Hollywood, getting with a guy that got money to have a baby to leech off of them, brother. I'm telling you, you ain't gonna feel whole again. You ain't gonna have sanity. You ain't gonna have balance. You ain't gonna have that life that Claire Huxtable had, or a lot of these women that's wives had. We all try to shame these women for being under the protection of God, marriage, and a husband. And y'all try to shame them because it's something that you can't obtain because you too far gone. When you see women that's just crazy, that look crazy, that talk crazy, that you date them, they weird, bro, that's because they too far gone. They too far gone. You like, damn, she beautiful. Why is she single and lonely? Have a conversation with her. It's not going to take you long to know why. All these standards that they got, get out of here, man. It's a wrap. So, yep, 50 Cent mad. You can tell. That's why he been lashing out that puff. It ain't just over Mace. These niggas always fall out over two things. It wasn't because he offered to take him shopping. It's always over money or a chick. One of the two. So hit the link in the description. In this case, it was both. Hit the description. She probably was like, 50, you want to give me that? You ain't going to give me 10 grand for your son this month, extra 10 grand? I'm going to go fuck with Puff. I'm telling you how I go, man. I'm telling you how I go. Puff going to give me 10 days. I'm going to this shit out of him. He be better than you. They say all this wild shit that may or may not be true. And that's why 50 hurt. And any man would be hurt in that situation. But you're not going to let no bitch extort you. That's just what it is. So if she want to make herself look stupid, there ain't nothing you can do about it. So hit the link in the description. Follow me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon, Kick, Twitch. Hit the link in the description. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.